Go Parlay King Sports. We are live in the building. Man, Boston is some fools, man. You got to sit up here and trade Jaylen Brown for motherfucking Kevin Durant, man. That's not worth it, man. You need to, Boston all over the place, man. Boston was foul today with that announcement saying that they willing to give up Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant. And I'm like, Kevin Durant, 34 years old, man. Jaylen Brown, ain't number 25. You gonna trade for Kevin Durant and Jaylen Brown, 25 years old, and Kevin Durant, 34 years old. Remember, he under contract for 4 more years. So that means that'll take him up to he 38 years old. Boston is tripping, man. They should not be talking about that goddamn trade, man. Especially like out of all teams, out of all the teams that you could be looking at, yeah, we ain't trading Brown to no motherfucking Eastern Conference. If I'm gonna send Brown anywhere, it's gonna go to the West Coast. But Brown, in my opinion, man, Brown is better than Tatum, man. You know, they want to hold on to Tatum because, you know, he pretty boy. You know what I'm saying? He pretty boy and shit. You want to hold on to him. But I'm like, man, Brown is better than in my eyes. I think Brown is better than Jason Tatum because when the in the finals, Brown was way better than Jason Tatum, hands down, way better than Tatum, man. If I'm Boston, I'm like, I'll put Jason Tatum out there. Like I'd have been like, look, I'll give you Tatum. Like I'm keeping Brown. I think Brown could do more on the court than Jason Tatum. So if I'm gonna trade anybody, it'd be Jason Tatum getting traded, not no Brown. It's just the Boston front office. They don't know what they're doing. What's his name up there? Brad Stevens, man. You don't know what the hell you doing, man. How you gonna put him in trade conversations, man? And you made it be public too. Like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. You willing to give up on Brown? He 24 years old. He ain't even in his prime yet. You willing to give him up for Kevin Durant, an old ass player? They tripping. Boston is tripping, man. They tripping. And now Brown done got this. He done saw it. He done read it. It's all over the news. It's all over TV and shit. Now you done pissed him off. And now they on TV like, oh, it should be a compliment because they put your name in there with Kevin Durant. Like, man, they talking about trading me, man. What the hell are you talking about? How is that a compliment when you talking about getting traded? Like, Boston Celtics, man, they don't know what the hell they doing and shit, man. I'm like, for real, y'all need a motherfucking point guard, man. I don't think that dude they got from Indiana, that little guard they got from Indiana, I don't think he the answer. I don't think he the answer. If you're gonna trade for somebody, you should have been trading for Kyrie. Like, man, let me get Kyrie back. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Kyrie back. Because if you add Kyrie to your roster, the Boston will be championship material next year if they added Kyrie. But Brad Stevens don't know what he's doing. If he make that trade, then I'm gonna go on a limb and say Brown. If Brown if he see Boston in the playoffs, he gonna go hard on them. He gonna take them every time Boston play the Nets. Brown gonna go ham. It's crazy, man. Right. Boston don't know what the hell they doing, bro. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing. How you gonna put Brown? Go put Brown in conversations. I can see if you was talking about those side pieces that you got, but you can't give up Brown, man. Brown is your future, man. Like I said, he ain't even in his prime yet. Kevin Durant about to end. He's in his prime right now, but he at the back end of his prime. It ain't like it'd be different if they was getting a 25-year-old Kevin Durant. Then I'll be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I can see that. But not no 34-year-old Durant, man. That's basically that's the end of his goddamn career and shit. And keep Kevin Durant ain't no lock y'all gonna win the championship. Ain't gonna be no lock. The odds ain't gonna switch that on. The odds ain't gonna switch over that much if y'all get Kevin Durant. They still gonna have Milwaukee ahead of you, regardless. Even if y'all do acquire Kevin Durant, Milwaukee is ahead of y'all. Milwaukee is the favorite to come up. I just don't understand what the hell they doing, what Boston up there doing, man. Like, you don't need no goddamn Kevin Durant, man. You don't need no Kevin Durant. And then, on top of it, right? Y'all swept Kevin Durant in the playoffs. Swept this motherfucking ass. And y'all want that shit? Kevin Durant didn't even get the game. And you want him? That's why I said this new NBA, man. This new NBA is soft, man. This new NBA soft. As soon as some adversity come around, people want to get traded. That's why I said the old NBA. The old NBA, you couldn't do none of that shit. You couldn't ask for a trade when when you got 4 years under your contract. Like you couldn't even ask for no trade. That's why I like the old NBA than this new NBA shit, man. This new NBA shit, man. As soon as you sign a guy to a long-term contract, he loses next year, and then in the offseason, he talking about he want to get traded. Right after you just signed into a 5-year contract. As soon as the season over, he talking about he want to get traded. You just wanted to get your money, man. That's all you wanted to do is get your money. If you think the NBA crazy right now, wait till dude retire. Wait till Adam Silver retire and that other dude get in there. Wait till he get in there. It's really gonna be off the chain when he get in there. The deputy commissioner. Wait till he get in there, man. NBA when he get in there, they'll fuck around and let the NBA so watered down. They'll fuck around and let WNBA players suit up in the NBA with the NBA players. That's how watered down the NBA is getting. They about to let females get on their roster, on the men roster. When that other dude get in, when he become commissioner. Because the WNBA, let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. Nobody watches the WNBA. Nobody watches the WNBA. Not even the females watch the WNBA. I ain't never heard of a female saying, "Hey, let's watch that WNBA game on tonight." Never in my life heard a female say no shit like that. Females don't even watch that shit. Females don't watch WNBA. Guys damn sure don't. That's why they ratings be so low. Because don't nobody watch that shit. Nobody watches the WNBA. I ain't never once heard somebody was like, "Hey man, you gonna watch that WNBA game tonight?" Never once heard nobody say anything like that. So that's why I know the WNBA ain't shit. It ain't shit. I remember one time the females was complaining about guys getting bankrolled. Like the females in the WNBA was complaining about how all these guys was getting, guys getting cashed out in the NBA. And I'm like, you understand how much revenue the NBA makes? Like, the NBA makes so much revenue, they hold the WNBA down. Like, they hold y'all down. What the hell are you talking about? You females just need to pick a different profession. All right, y'all turning pro. The only money that these females getting in basketball is endorsements. If they can get that. You might catch a couple of them that got some endorsements or some shoes or something like that. But man, they don't even get no shoes. Man, the WNBA they ain't got no goddamn signature shoes. Ain't none of them females that's in the WNBA got a signature shoe. They out there wearing men's shoes. Right. They ain't got no signature shoes. Nobody cares about the WNBA, man. Nobody cares about that shit. Even when they get drafted, nobody watches the draft. Nobody watches the WNBA draft. But we got locks today. Coming off a 4-0 sweep yesterday in Major League Baseball. We dropped the lock of the day yesterday. Ain't no biggie because we cashed out last night, so it ain't no biggie at all. But today is a new day. I'm about to put up the lock of the day. It's gonna be Houston Astros. Money line. Houston Astros on the money line. That's going to be a lock for the day for Monday. Lock for Monday. Two, 3, 4, 5. 5 days until my free play drop. 3-team parlay in Major League Baseball. Clients are happy, man. As long as my clients happy, that's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. They cashed out last night. We're going to come back today and 4-0 sweep tonight. New clients, thank you for being on board. You will get a cash out tonight. You will get a cash out tonight. College football, NFL. Man, I'm like a jack of all trades, man. Major League Baseball, college football, NFL. I got you covered. We're going to win the day, though. Gas in different on a Monday. But yeah, like I said, I got Houston Astros on the money line. Make sure you got that on all your parlays. Or if you are a straight gambler where you only bet one, you know what I'm saying, one play at a time, take the Houston Astros on the money line. I said, 6 days until my 3-team parlay in Major League Baseball drop. Make sure you're a part of that. Make sure you tap into that. Make sure you tap into my 14 parlay in the NFL for week 1. Make sure you tap into my college football week 1. We got plays all over the board, man. Plays all over the board. We cashing. Coming off a 4-0 sweep last night. Yeah, you're going to have a great day today, man. Great day. I just hate when baseball starts up at 6 o'clock and not 12 like yesterday. Man, I don't know who's making these baseball schedules, man, but y'all got to have games at 12 o'clock, man. That's why I don't like baseball like that, man. Because I'm like, baseball be trying to hide their sport, man. They don't want people to be, you know what I'm saying, turn into diehard fans and all that stuff, man. They don't want that, man. Because if they did, they would have their games on early and they'll be everywhere. Right? Just like the NFL. When the NFL season starts, it's everywhere. NBC, ABC, Fox. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got 3 different channels that NFL on. Same thing with the NBA. Same thing with college football. Like, man, college football got channel 5. They got channel 9. They got channel 12. They got channel 19. Man, they got so many goddamn channels for college football, man. It's crazy, man. But when it's come down to baseball, man, you can't even find some of these games, man. Like, you got to be in the market. You got to be in that team market to see those games. Like, I'll be wanting to watch the LA Dodgers game. But I ain't in their market, so I can't watch none of their games. And that's crazy, man. Major League Baseball got to change that, man. They need to start all their games. Well, they don't have to have all their games started at 12. But, man, your baseball games should be starting at 12 o'clock. At least give us 3 games at 12 o'clock, man. Or 2 games at 12 o'clock, and then spread it out. Have it go from 12, or the game go from 12, and then probably end about 5, and then you got 2 more games starting up, or 3 more games starting up at 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that starting at 6:40, man. I don't like that shit. I do not like it. That means I got to stay up all the way past damn near 2 o'clock at night, just for scores and all that. And I don't like that, man. I hate when baseball starts up at 6:40. I hate that shit. The more games you start up at 12, the better. Plus, Major League Baseball got this big window because you ain't got no college football, you ain't got no NFL, you ain't got no NBA, you ain't got no motherfucking NHL. So baseball should be on every station, man. Baseball should be on channel 5. Baseball should be on channel 9, 12, 19, and all other ESPN 1, 2, 3. Right. It's supposed to be everywhere, man. And then when they do put a game on ESPN, it's a game that don't nobody want to see. Like the other day, it turned out to be a good game, but at first I didn't want to see it. It was Chicago White Sox versus Cleveland the Commanders. No, I think that's the NFL team. I forgot what they was called, but it was Cleveland versus Chicago White Sox. And I was like, at first I was like, man, I didn't want to see that game because they had the LA Dodgers versus I think San Francisco. Yeah, it was San Francisco versus LA Dodgers. I'm like, that's the game I want to see. And here behold, they give us the Chicago White Sox game. Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland game. It turned out to be a good game. But at first I didn't want to see that shit. I want to see the Dodgers, man. Like, I want to see the Dodgers. Because I'm like, the White Sox ain't in playoff. I mean, yeah, they fighting, but I don't think they're going to get in. White Sox ain't getting to the playoffs. Or Cleveland. They ain't going to the playoffs either. So that's why I'm like, why are you putting that shit on TV? You should put the playoff teams on TV. Like San Francisco and the Dodgers going to the playoffs. Their game's going to mean more than the Chicago White Sox and Cleveland. Like, ain't nobody going to the playoffs. Y'all both out of playoff contention. All right. Y'all just playing baseball now. Like, y'all ain't even playing for nothing. That was another reason why I ain't want to watch the game. Because I'm like, y'all ain't playing for nothing. You too far behind in the standings. You ain't playing for nothing. So, I didn't like that, man. Baseball needs to get it together, man. Baseball's so stuck in the 1920s, they still ain't caught up with the 2000s yet. Baseball should never start at no goddamn 6 o'clock, man. You got all fucking day for games, right? Like, you got this window, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, no NBA, no NFL, no college football, no NHL, none of that shit. And baseball want to hide their goddamn sport. Oh, we're gonna start up at 6 o'clock, and then you ain't gonna be able to find games and all that shit. Like, man, it's crazy, man. That's why I hate. That's why I love baseball, because I get to bet on it. But then again, I hate how they schedule their games. I hate that shit. I hate it. Baseball, they need to give it a program, man. They say we ain't in 1920s no more, man. We need to give it a program, bro. You start your games up at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. That's when all the games, like I said, all the games don't have to start at 1 o'clock, but you should have at least 2-3 games every day to start up at 12 o'clock, man. Fuck that 6:40. Our first game ain't gonna start until 6:40, man. I don't like that, man. I hate that, man. I hate it. Give me the 12 o'clock games, the 1 o'clock games every day. I want that every day. Like, you got a window open. You ain't got no NFL. You ain't got no NBA. You ain't got no NHL. You ain't got no college football. Well, ain't nobody sitting around. Like, that's all you got is baseball. Like, man, baseball's supposed to be on every channel. Every time you turn on the channel, it's supposed to be a baseball game on. Well, we locked in for the day. We locked in. We ready to go for today's action. But I just wish baseball would start up at 12 o'clock. least give me one game at 12 o'clock, man. Give me one game. Can I get one game at 12 o'clock, man? No, you gotta wait till 6:40. Watch this. 6:40 kickoff. Right? And then I gotta stay up till motherfucking 2 o'clock in the morning chasing scores. I gotta stay up to 2 in the morning chasing scores because you want to start your game off at 6:40. ATL, let me see who they playing. See, I really don't go off of who on the mound because that's, that could be fugazi. I just go by how they playing. And, Atlanta got took to the woodshed last night, man. All they playing Philly. I don't know. I don't know about that. And they just lost their outfielder too last night too, man. They lost their outfielder with a wrist injury. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt Atlanta. But they got took into the woodshed yesterday. Hey, we'll see. I don't like that pick. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think I might take that plus money with Philly. They plus 158 on the money line. So I might, that's not one of my plays that I sent to my clients, but I'm like, if I was gonna play the game, I would take the plus money, man. With the plus 158, I would take that. I would take that. But we'll see. We will see. I just don't like the game starting up at 6 o'clock. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. The game's supposed to be starting at 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? 12, at least 2 games for 12 o'clock. 2. Every day it's supposed to be at least 2 games at 12 o'clock. Let me look at tomorrow's schedule. What time they start off tomorrow? Okay, they start off at 2. See, that's what I'm saying. You gave me 1 game at 2:20. Okay, I can take that. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Let's see, Wednesday schedule. Okay, again, Wednesday. They start up at 12:35. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. 12:35, 1:10, 2:10, 2:10, 3:15. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's how the schedule's supposed to be set up. How they got it for Wednesday. They start up at 12:35, and then they got another game start up at 1:10, then another game start up at 2:10, then another game start at 2:15. Then you got games starting at 3. That takes you all the way to, to the end. All right. Let's see what time they start Thursday. Okay, they start at 12 Thursday. Okay, so today, basically the only day where we had to wait till 6 o'clock. No, Friday. They don't start up at 6 on Friday, too. All right. Okay, but tomorrow at least we get 1 game at 2:20. Okay, I can take that. I just don't like that 6:40. 6:40. Yeah, the Boston Celtics, man. I don't know what's going on with them. Like they shouldn't even be on no goddamn Kevin Durant, man. You got two young phenoms, man, and you know they ain't even touched their prime yet, man. You sitting here, you want to trade them off for a 34-year-old Kevin Durant that probably only got like 4 more years left. You got Brown and Tatum. You can have them for the next 15 years. Like they said, ain't no loyalty no more with these teams, man. Ain't no loyalty, man. They'll trade you no more. And I think Brown better than Jason Tatum. Like, for real. Like, if I'm gonna trade somebody, I'll trade Tatum. I'm keeping Brown. I'm keeping Brown, man. See, they don't see what I see, man. Brown is better than Tatum, man. Brown is better than Tatum. Brown wouldn't get shut down in the finals. He was doing his thing. It was Jason Tatum that was getting shut down. Andrew Wiggins shut down Jason Tatum, and he ain't shut down Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was balling. If Tatum would have stepped his game up, they probably would have won. They probably would have won that shit, man. Tatum ain't step up, man. He let Andrew Wiggins lock him down. That's why when you in the NBA, you ain't supposed to be working out with other NBA players because they can figure out your moves and what's your go-to move and where you like to go on the court, all that. Like, nah, you shouldn't work out with nobody. It should be you and the trainer. That's it, right? You don't work out with no NBA players so they can find out your strengths and weaknesses. The Andrew Wiggins trainer told Andrew Wiggins all Jason Tatum's strengths and weaknesses because they got the same goddamn training. Shit. But if I was Boston, if I'm gonna trade for somebody, I want Kyrie. I don't want no goddamn Durant. I want Kyrie back. But you can't get Kyrie because you wouldn't got dude from Indiana. Oh, Malcolm Brogdon. He ain't better than no goddamn Kyrie. They be putting bad words on Kyrie's name, but man, for real, Kyrie is a top 10 player in the NBA. Top 10 right now. Top 10 player in the NBA, man. And when the season start and they start balling, Kyrie start balling, man, they're gonna be all on Kyrie nuts. Like y'all was against Kyrie all summer, talking about is he gonna show up for work and all that. Y'all know why he ain't show up for work. He ain't show up for work because of that vaccine mandate. That's why. It wasn't like Kyrie told them, oh, I ain't coming into work. Nah, it was that vaccine shit. Like, if y'all ain't had that vaccine shit in place, Kyrie would have came to work. But just wait till the season start, man. When the season start and Kyrie start balling out, man, they gonna be all on Kyrie's nuts. Like, oh, Kyrie, we love you, we love you, we love you. It's like, yeah, you ain't love me this summer when y'all was talking down on my name, talking about I ain't gonna show up for work and all that. Like, it's crazy, man. As soon as the season starts, they're gonna be all on the team. They're gonna have hella love for Kyrie. They're gonna be like, oh, Kyrie, we love you, man. We love you, we love you. Yeah, okay. As all you gotta do is go out there and win. Once you start winning, everybody forget everything. They get amnesia quick when you start winning. I don't understand why Kevin Durant want to leave Brooklyn anyway. Like, you don't like Kyrie. How you gonna see? That's some fake stuff, man. How you gonna sit up here and do handshakes with the guy after games and hugging and you know what I'm saying? Y'all looking like, you know what I'm saying, everything 100, you know, and then you sit here talking about you don't want to play with Kyrie. All right, what? Are you serious? Like, man, this shit crazy, bro. Like, that's That's the fake shit, man. Like, how the fuck we gonna be on the same team and you gonna sit here and telling me you don't want to play with me? Like, you signed a contract, everything to be here, and you talking about you don't want to be, you don't want to play with me, though. Right? If I'm Kyrie, I'm feeling some type of way, man. I'm feeling some type of way, man. You sit up here talking about you don't want to play, you don't want to play with me, like, dude, we favorites to win the championship. What the hell are you talking about? You take me off this team, you ain't gonna be favored to win the championship. As soon as they take Kevin Durant off that team, Brooklyn ain't gonna be the favorite. Boston ain't gonna be the favorite either. They still gonna have Milwaukee the favorite. Milwaukee is the favorite. Even with Kevin Durant, if they get Kevin Durant in Boston, Milwaukee gonna be the favorite. Brad Stevens just don't know what the fuck he doing in the front office talking to trade. That'd be the stupidest trade ever. You gonna trade a guy. You gonna trade for a guy that's 34 when Brown is 24. He's 10 years younger than Durant. You gonna have him for 15 years. You only gonna have Durant for 4, really 3. It's crazy. That's why I miss Cole. You know what I'm saying? The old NBA and shit. Shaq and Cole, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were soldiers, man. The old NBA was soldiers. It wasn't none of this crying stuff. After every play, they want to cry and complain like hoes, like little girls. I'm like, man, y'all soft. You know, if a guy hit his pinky on a basketball the wrong way, he gonna be out for 4 to 6 weeks. Shit. That's why I like the NFL. I ain't no crying. You know what I'm saying? I like them hits. You know what I'm saying? We are, 45 days? We 45 days away from the NFL because we 35 days away from college football. So I can't wait to the NFL. So get away from all that soft stuff. Man. Get away from all that soft stuff with the NBA, crying and all that. Guys want to get traded with 4 years left in the contract, 5 years left in their contract, getting traded and shit. See, these owners, they just need to stop honoring that shit. Like, you ain't gotta honor that shit because he said he want to get traded. Well, fuck that. You ain't trading. That's why I would have told Kevin Durant when he came told, like, man, I want to get traded. I ain't trading. It's over with. Like, you can go ahead and kill that now. You ain't getting traded. End the story. You made a commitment to me, dude, for 4 years. You tripping, man. You gonna do this. You gonna knock out all 4 of these years for me, bro. I'm not trading. And what Kevin Durant gonna do? Nothing. You gonna show up for work? Yeah, you gonna show up for work. That's what the hell you gonna do. What he gonna do? Sit out for 4 years? Nah, he ain't gonna sit out for no 4 years. He'll be out the league. He gonna show up for work. Kevin Durant gonna show up for work, yeah. Because I'm gonna tell him, like, look, I'm not trading. You gonna play. You sign for 4 years, that's what you gonna do. And I would have gave Kyrie his money, but I would have put incentives in the contract. I'm like, look, man, I'm saying, I'm gonna give you this commitment. If you ain't get no trade clause, like I'm saying, you ain't get no trade clause, I ain't giving you that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trading, but I ain't gonna give it to you. But I'll be like, I'm gonna give you. I would have gave Kyrie his money. Like, he wouldn't have had to play on a 1 year contract. I would have gave Kyrie his money. Like, look, I'm gonna give you this money. I just want you to show up for work, man. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Show up for work. We'll put incentives in there. If you don't show up for work, you don't get paid. Like, that's simple as that. If you injured, that's totally different. But if you just like take off, you ain't getting paid. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we would do that there. That'd be in the contract. I would have gave him his money. I would have gave him his money. Because you see all this young shit coming through, all these guards coming through, you're gonna need somebody to go against this. The Ja Morants, the Steph Currys, and John Walls, Reggie Jacksons, Jamal Murray. Man, you better have something out there like a Kyrie to go against that, or you gonna get murdered. Right? You need Kyrie. That's why I like the owner was tripping, man. They should have gave Kyrie his money. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Just put some little incentives in there and tell him, like, look, man, you don't show up for work, you don't get paid. Man. It's as simple as that. Right, I'm gonna give you your money. You know what I'm saying? They tripping shit. Right? But he gonna ball out though. He gonna ball out. Kyrie gonna ball out. They better hope, man. The league better hope LeBron don't get no goddamn Kyrie. Like, they better hope the Lakers don't get Kyrie, man. Because if the Lakers get Kyrie, it's over with. The Lakers gonna win the championship. They're gonna win the championship because the league couldn't even handle LeBron and Kyrie together. I'm talking about you got Kyrie, LeBron, and AD. Oh man. That's gonna be nasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the league don't want to see that. Like, Curry don't want to see that shit. Like, Curry don't want to see no Kyrie, James, AD. Like, Curry don't want to see that. Like, but nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were supposed to stay in Brooklyn. Right? That's why LeBron pushing. He trying to get Kyrie. If he get, cause he know, man, LeBron know, like, man, if I get Kyrie, it's over with. I'm gonna win. He fuck around and win 2 more racks with Kyrie. If he get to LA, I think LeBron will win 2 more rings, and that would put him at 6 with Jordan. After he can get 2 more rings, if he get Kyrie on the team. If they don't get Kyrie, James ain't gonna win no rack. Like, James need Kyrie. That's why he pushing so hard. He need that dude. But they gotta get rid of Westbrook though. Don't nobody want Westbrook. I mean, they'll take him if you got to put 2 first-round draft picks with him. Damn, that's a steep price, man. 2 first-rounders. Now I see why Jenny Buss ain't doing that shit. She like, hell no, I ain't about to give y'all no 2 first-rounders. 2 first-rounders just to take Westbrook off my hands. We'll work it out some type of way, man. You know. I pay Westbrook that $47 million because I know he ain't gonna take a buyout. But Westbrook show up for games, so he ain't gonna take no buyout. So if I'm Jenny Buss, I'm riding it out. I'm bringing that shit back. Yeah, I'm not. I don't care what LeBron talking about. Like, I ain't. I'm not giving. I'm not putting no 2 first rounders with that shit. Like, nah, hell, you know what I'm saying? That's my future. Like, dude, you ain't even signed with me yet. Like, I don't even know if you gonna be here in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You talking about sending 2 first round picks to a team. Like they hit a lick off you because they taking Westbrook contract for 1 year, and once the year over with, they sitting lovely with 2 first round draft picks from y'all. All right, nah, hell, I ain't doing it. If I'm Jenny Butts, I ain't doing it. I'm just holding on to Westbrook. They're gonna play this season out. I'm telling LeBron, like, man, you gonna make this shit work. Like, you gonna make this shit work, bro. It's $47 million, right? I'm saying, make it work. Make it work. So you make it work out. You have to make it work, man. Westbrook getting too much bread. And that's that that's the MVP contract that Westbrook signed. So he worth that money too. He worth that. So you average a triple double like 3 years in a row. Hell yeah, you worth that. You was a beast when you signed that contract. You had just one MVP in the league. When they gave Westbrook that money, he won MVP of the league. And OKC knew they weren't going, man. They knew they weren't going. They knew they weren't gonna have to pay that contract. They like, man, by the time he get close to the end of that contract, he gonna be gone. So much. Like, OKC, they knew that. They knew it. That's why they traded him the next year. OKC was smart though. They got up underneath that contract before it kicked in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he won MVP, and then they ended up trading him. I think he played out. No, like ended up trading for Paul George. They got him Paul George and shit. They tried to see if Westbrook and Paul George could do something. And then once they got kicked out in the first round by Utah, Donovan Mitchell took them down. And then they got a haul back from. They ended up trading Paul George that next summer and trading him to the Clippers. And then Russ played. I think he played one more year with OKC, and then that next following year they traded. Take that lock for the day, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.